We have changed how we fund all of this. Instead of a disjointed system where all these choices were siloed, confusing to access, and funded by different funding streams in a complex web of government dollars, we said this. First, all of this should be in our state funding formula. Second, dollars should follow the child. And third, superintendents and principals should have control over the biggest cost driver of district budgets, personnel. Historically, in Louisiana, like other states, K-12 education spending is considered an entitlement to school districts. They think it's their money. You know, the reality is it's not their money. It's taxpayers' money. It's the money of the single mom who wants better for her son in a private school. It's the money of the parents with a talented science student who wants to take AP courses. It's the money of the grandmother who wants to make sure her special education grandbaby gets the services she needs. The teachers' unions wouldn't stand for this. They sued us, saying that our state funding formula was only for public schools. I leave the legal arguments to the lawyers, but I thought the Wall Street Journal put it best. They said the judge conceded that scholarships are intended to help students escape awful schools. But he said this ignores the good of the individual students who are left behind in those schools deemed underperforming. In other words, as the editorial board of the Journal wrote, better that all students fail together rather than let parents take the money that is supposed to go to public education and try to get their child actually educated. The Wall Street Journal said this is the kind of perverse egalitarianism promoted by the teachers' unions that brought the lawsuit. And I couldn't agree with that anymore. My job is to make sure that every child has the opportunity to get a great education. We're taking our fight to the state Supreme Court, and I'm confident that we'll prevail. Well, how do you do this? 3 ways. First, you've got to pay for what you want. We don't want D and F schools. We want quality education, whether that's public, charter, private, virtual school, whether it's all at one place, several places, regardless of where that child happens to live. Secondly, we must open the market to innovation. Education reform is hard. We should be inviting anybody who can help to get the job done to the table, not sticking to traditional definitions of what a school looks like and who can be teachers. If you can demonstrate you can get the job done, we want you in our system. Third, we've got to put reform in the system, not on top of it. Reform is not an add-on. If you want structural change, you have to stick what you want into the structure. Stop funding charter schools and scholarships on top of the traditional system. Start funding the whole system of choice. Empower parents to really vote with their feet without having to sell their house to pay for private school.